Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are having a very wonderful day today. So today, actually this video will be the start of a new series that I thought about, which is, I don't know what I call it, maybe like reaching the top or something, where this series will we discuss, the tech tree, of which like all the ships in the tech tree, detailed stats and how to play, etc. And I think that one of the best lines to start with, especially for new players, is actually the US line, in my opinion, at least because it taught you a lot of the cruiser without much gimmick compared to other ships and RCA line. So in this video, I will skip like this four tier to tier four. It's so quick, and the matchmaking is usually filled with bots, so it doesn't really matter. You can just grind it really quickly to Omaha. Now this is where the US line starts to be, at tier 5 it starts to have massive XP sync. Now I have already grinded the line, but this is just a showcase, so I'm showing you how to play the Omaha. Now the Omaha itself is actually have three upgrades: the gun, the ship, and the range. Now maybe I haven't played the stock version in a long while, but in my opinion, at least you need to upgrade the hull first, just because of the extra maneuverability, and then after that the guns, because you can get a DPS boost by -1 second in your reload time, and lastly, but for the range. Now if you don't want the range as well, it's fine, just go to the next tier. It's also fine, except maybe if you want to go for the light cruiser, where you need to research the range here to get the Dallas. But if you want to continue on with the heavy cruiser line, which is this series about US heavy cruiser line, then you don't actually need to upgrade the gun, the range. Now for this ship, you have standard damage control, standard for cruiser, and a fighter. This is I think a new one, because you don't have it in the tier 4. Now this fighter only have two fighters, so you can only shoot down two planes. It is quite a long time of cooldown time of 1 minute and 30 seconds, with a consumable active time of 60 seconds. So if you are dealing with, let's say, tier 4 planes, or actually tier 6 planes, it will be able to defend you against one strike at least. Now obviously this fighter is not necessarily a great counter to CVs, because it is guaranteed that if you pop the fighter up, the CV will have one chance of dropping an attack on you. But after that, your fighter will latch on to their squadrons, and it will kill at least two, at most at least two. Okay, so that is what you need to take into account. This doesn't mean that you are immune to aircraft. Now for the hydroacoustic search, this is quite standard at detectability of torpedoes at 3 kilometers and detection of ships at 4 kilometers. So you can use this to spot the submarine as well at 2 kilometers, and you can also spot torpedoes, or maybe if you push to a smoke screen, you can detect them for 4 kilometers. Now you have depth charges, but this depth charges is not really that damaging, but obviously this is tier 5, right? We have one bomb for 2000 damage at a range of 5 kilometers, so it's very very small. So if, let's say, you facing a tier 6 submarine, I guess you'd need to pop your hydroacoustic search and then try to depth charge it to death, right? That's, I guess, all for the consumables. For the upgrades, I think that I would recommend this: the main battery mod 1, the engine room protection, and the aiming system mod 1. For the commander, I just pick whatever, right? This is because it's tier 5 anyways, and I only have like a level 3 commander, so I would choose last stun and priority target. So if, let's say, I have a bunch of points, captain, I will get the adrenaline rush, concealment expert, and then maybe top grade gunner, uh, and survivability expert. After that, it's kind of free. Maybe getting demolition expert, maybe, and getting what else? Actually, I see that's it. I don't know. Maybe need to change. If I use IFHE, how much span that I have? 31. Not really that great. Especially since at lower tier your battleships are usually very well armored, so it's not like in higher tiers where 32 millimeter is a good threshold. And maybe get outnumbered. Okay, I think outnumbered is also good. This is if you have 21 point captain, and I would say you are seal clubber if you have a 21 captain on Omaha. And why would you use on Omaha, not like Marblehead or Marmanx or something? But you know, maybe you just like Omaha. Okay. Anyways, so let's talk about the stats first. I have compiled a list of Omaha stuff. You can see here the DPM is quite good at you are top one in the tier 5 tech 3 ships, and your AP DPM is second behind Königsberg. But obviously, this is calculating using all the guns in Omaha, right? In Omaha itself is not like the traditional ship where the guns can shoot whatever side. This one is like more of a casemate, more of a, like a World War One ish uh, style. So you have per side a gun that can only face that side. So it's kind of a bit deceiving, right? Now the flight time for to 12 kilometers is decent. It is quite floaty actually, but this is like low caliber shells, 150 millimeter gun, so that's why but it's still ranked 6 among 14 ships, so that is quite good. The HE pen is 25. It's decent, right? It's overall the same across the board, except for, let's say, Königsberg, and the bigger caliber guns like Furutakas, and I think something I kind of forget, like the Spanish one. I think it has bigger guns. Now the AP pan is 69, which is really weird, really nice number. It's actually only ranked 12 out of 14, so it's not necessarily a great AP, even though its AP DPM is good, and also it has the worst crop value of all tier 5 tech ship. What is crop? It basically means that if it is lost, your shell will shatter a lot. So yeah, I would recommend to not use AP at all on Omaha. Just use HE and you're done. Plus, because it has 12% fire chance here, which is really good. For the Sigma, it's all standard. At this tier, especially cruiser, you don't really care about the Sigma or the horizontal dispersion or vertical dispersion. Your torpedoes, you actually have torpedoes, which is 2 times triple launcher per side. So but it only has 5.5 kilometer range. So you can do YOLO someone with this sort, I guess. Its damage is really low at 11,700. So you are the last actually, because one ship doesn't have torpedoes. So you are the last in terms of damage. So you are the lowest. Your range is close to lowest, except for the Kotovsky, which is the tier 5 for Russian or Soviet Union. The detectability is 1.1 kilometers, which is one of the best detectability of the torps of the sea, which gave your reaction time, which only 7.6 seconds. So at this point, let's say if you want to YOLO someone, they have only 7.6 seconds of reaction time before your torpedo is spotted and before the torpedo hits. So it's really good. Now the reload is quite good at 66 seconds, but the speed is exceptionally slow at 56 knots. Sorry. So yeah, it's just your YOLO torps, and even YOLO you need to lead a lot because of the 56 knots of torpedo speed. For the AHP, you are quite tanky at 26.8, fully built obviously at rank 5. So you are 5th. Your detect is quite large, quite massive, so you're the last one. And your range is actually quite good at 15.2. But obviously at the shells, because it's so floaty at 50.2, you have a hard time hitting stuff, but at least you have the option to shoot. Your acceleration is standard, so you don't have good acceleration like the British light cruiser line. Your radar shift is really good at 5.7, so you are the first one, and their turning radius is actually quite good as well. Your speed is also middle of the pack, but you don't have torpedo protection. So overall, this ship is quite good at something and quite bad at something else. But overall, it's on average a really decent ship. Now, the most people say that Omaha is a exploding brick just because of the armor, right? You can see here 13 millimeters of armor. That means that even Furutakas and heavy cruiser like 203, 210 millimeter guns can overmatch this bow. So even though you angle like this, their AP could just punch through the bow armor no matter the angle and hit your citadel here. So you have a little bit of turtleback, but obviously this is underwater, so sorry, not turtleback, icebreaker, but this is underwater, so it doesn't impact anything. Most shells just hit this bow, massive bow. You have the 16 millimeter deck armor, which is quite good actually. Only let's say I 280 something millimeter guns, if I'm not mistaken. You just need to times it by 14.3 and find it out. And it's decent. Okay, it's not bad, but it's not good as well. Your citadel deck is 37, and it is quite exposed, which means that if battleship shoot HE at you, you can get pen here. You can get HE citadel here, which essentially means your engine will be broken. Your citadel armor is 76 millimeter, so it's not bad, but at the same time it's really not good as well. So against, let's say, overmatching battleships and against overmatching cruiser, you just need to pray that their sails doesn't hit you, and they are shooting HE, and it doesn't hit your citadels. That's it. Okay. If they shoot AP at you, you will get pen everywhere. Okay. Especially since your citadel, if you show broadside like this, yeah, well, you die quickly. So yeah, you can see that this ship is actually not that easy to play, especially since, let's say, you are a new player, you don't know much about the angle threshold. Sorry, not angle threshold, the armor threshold. So just listen to me in that sense that you don't want to get hit in this thing. Try to not get hit by dodging. You have a really good maneuverability in your rudder shift and your turning radius, so you need to juke them and you need to turn your ship around. Okay. Since your acceleration is not that great as well, you cannot speed juke as well. But if you vary your speed a bit, then it might help and showing off random battleship shells. So let's bring this to the bell. I'll see you guys in the bell. So we are in the bell. You can see here that there are quite a lot of bots in our team and the enemy team. We only have, let's say, 5 in the enemy team and 5 in our team. Sorry, 6 in our team. So 11 players, which is typical of low tier matches. Now you can see there from if you look at my cursor here, you can see that this is a casemate style. So you cannot actually shoot every gun. Only the last, the number 1 turret and the 10th turret actually able to fire both sides. Everything else, you need to, turn the ship. So let's blow our horn here by pressing N, and now we're good to go. So first of all, we spawn on the, the A side, I guess you could say. So we go into A. This is, by the way, live commentary. So if I speak less and I speak really weirdly, I hope you understand that I have many things to think about. You can see here we only have 1 bot on our side, which is good. We have our Nicholas here going to support us, and you can see here 13.1 kilometers, obviously because we don't have concealment expert. So first of all, this is all bots, so I don't really care that much about missing sorry, not missing, dodging their shells, especially since they don't aim at me. So let's do sequential fire here. I think that, defeating bots is kind of also part of the game at this tier, right? So even though there are massive amounts of bots, I think that it is quite reasonable. So you can see there we did an HE Citadel there. Oops. Let's try the Torps. You can see there how much I need to lead for this ship. Okay. Okay, he's dead. Let's deal with this. Actually, let's deal with the Mutsuki here. Mutsuki is player, so he is more dangerous compared to bots. And since we are cruiser, we can deal massive amounts of damage to him. Okay, we managed to deal. Let's pop our Hydro just in case if he shoot some torpedoes our way. The gun angles is actually quite good at the back. I don't know how many angles, but obviously since this is a casemate, your gun angles is everywhere, so you can do this. Something like this, where you go around doing this, and yeah, so you can alternate fire between which side. This is the benefit of casemate, but obviously I cannot aim. Okay, so we dealt with the player here, so let's deal with the bots. Now let me try the AP here on these low tier cruisers. I think that we can get them, maybe. I actually don't know where the Citadel is on this ship. Sorry, on the enemy, Svetlana. And let's just continue to AP. I think it is much better. Ichi, sorry. Because we can get fires like that, and because this has really good fire chance, you want to get fires. Now you can see there I actually spread around my shells. This is so that I can set fires on different section of the ship. So if you don't know, actually if you already set a ship is they're separated to 4 different sections. If you already set a section on fire, you cannot set it afire again. So you need to spread it out. Now let's stop here and cap, and let's also try and shoot over this island to get the Jaguar here. Something like this, and let's see if we can kill them. After we cap this, let's push to B and try to save our team from losing, I guess. Actually, we are winning. So, to win harder, okay? To win harder. Okay, this is against the Königsberg. This is quite hard because he also has quite good DPM. And I need to kite away. So, just to make sure that he has a horrible time of aiming at me, and I actually get some reset caps, which is a good amount of XP and credits. This is also one of the things that you need to make sure of. Cap and reset cap makes a lot of XP. Okay, he's shooting AP. I actually should try to angle. So I'm going to get a lot of damage here. Yes, you can see there I didn't respect his AP, and we actually get Citadel there. So yeah, it's the game has been quite a bit harder now since we don't have RHP again. Oh my god, I cannot speak. So yeah, okay. We're going to start dealing with damage to his. And let's try to angle as best as we could against its HP. So that shows you what you don't want to do in Omaha, especially against a German ship, right? Because you will get immediately killed, right? We have 22,000 damage, 22,000 hit points, I think, before each salvo, and we actually received 20,000 damage from that. So that is such a massive damage. So right now we are quite hampered by our HP, but we have kill three. Obviously, one of them is bot, but I take it. Right now, we are actually moving to B, I think. Right, our plan is going to be and support our Izakaze here fighting the Jaguar. I hope our Nicholas can kill the Darflinger. Oh, actually, the Jaguar is very, very low. I hope ours. Oh, actually, the Izakaze is a bot. So obviously, he will shoot guns. Okay, if this Izakaze is actually a player, yeah, it's much harder because some Japanese players just doesn't want. Oh, actually, the Izakaze died. Okay, great. This point, I'm hoping the Jaguar doesn't spot me. That's obviously that is kind of a impossible thing to do. But since our Izakaze actually use some smart skill, uh, we can hide. Okay, let's hope that my aim is good. We managed to kill the Jaguar, which is, I think, it's a good player because he is in a clan. So he is quite a player, right? Maybe he's grinding for the club pair. But at this point, I think we just need to win by points. I cannot really farm this New York because of my HP. Actually, that is such a bummer. If let's say I still have 20,000 HP, I could just, kite this New York away and maybe try and burn him down. New York is very, very soft. A soft battleship in the sense that we can pen him. But you know what? This video is also good at teaching you how to not play Omaha, right? By showing boss side like that. Okay. And obviously this is for all our upgraded module. So if you are playing stock, it will be much more harder because this ship turns like a brick if you have stock hull because of just the rudder shift, right? The rudder shift makes this ship very sluggish. But because of this is an upgraded hull, your rudder shift is actually one of the best in Tier 5 cruiser. So I'm going to try and use this island here. Sorry, not an island, but this section of the island to try and hide my ship while I'm continuing shooting the New York. Actually, the New York is so slow at this point. I hope that my Koenig will not die before I could farm this New York. Can I shoot over this island? No. Actually need to be farther away, which is quite annoying. Okay, we can shoot our back turrets and let's accelerate forward. We don't want to get detected by the New York. Come on, do it. Do your acceleration, mate. Okay, now this is quite oh shit, I'm get detected. What? How do I get? Okay, yep. Don't get detected again. This is quite an advanced island camping technique where you actually feather your throttle to keep undetected while you can keep shooting. You need to parry your speed just to make sure that you keep on this sweet spot of range. And actually he's turning inside. So this is going to be quite hard for us to continue farming this New York. I hope our Koenig managed to deal a huge amount of blow to this New York. I managed to get high caliber and Confederate, which is nice. Let's see now. I'm looking at the minimap to see if this line crosses this line where it will be placed, because that means that my torpedoes have range or not. So actually he's turning away and I think he is quite frustrated at us. Actually he pops his damage control. Wow, what a coincidence. Okay, Rock and Unleash, nice. Our back guns managed to clutch that. Really good. That just shows actually how different the player experience is. No, I know I'm quite still clubbing, but you know what? I can make it work. The ship. I think that most people, when you look at my gameplay, I think we can make it work. Right? You see from this video, I think you can learn. First of all, is to not show your side in the Omaha. The second one is to try, and let's say if you are reloading, you try to turn your ship around to just to bear a couple more guns. So when you're angling, you need to weave in and out like an S shape, and continue to hold your left mouse button, and that is good. Third is for island hugging, or specifically by feathering your throttle just behind like sort of like a cove or something. So as your ship's center, which is your spotting, or sorry, as there's your center of the ship is invisible for him because it is behind the island. Your shells is actually leading in front of the island because he is going this way. So if you look at my cursor here, he is going this way, right? So he's going this way. That means that I need to lead somewhere here. While at the moment I shoot, his line of point of view is actually still blocked by the island. So that is why I could do something like that, where I shoot and I don't get detected, and I could farm the New York really really well. And it is quite frustrating for the enemy, obviously, but as you can see from that New York trying to blind fire me. But that is one of the tactics of the game that you need to master, especially for Cruiser Brave, right? So yeah, this is quite a good game. 87,000 damage. Obviously, some of them are from bots. I managed to kill 5 and get an Ichi Citadel once. I decided to try to use AP. It doesn't really work, so you just need to go HE as well. And I cap 1 and assisted cap 1. So you need to cap and assisted cap to make more XP, right? If you want to grind faster, you need to do this too, and maybe this one, the defended cap. Okay, I get a Confederate weapon, high caliber, which is good, but obviously, if you are less experienced, you just need to be happy if you are with 2.3 base XP, which is really really good. And actually, the New York is actually quite good at 6,687 base XP. So yeah, I make quite a bit of credits because of my premium cut. But if you are without premium cut, I will make 241,000 credits. So that is all for the showcase. I think that that game showcases a lot of how you play Omaha, except maybe the overmatch stuff, because I don't really get shot by high caliber ships. But I think that's all for this video, because this is already a very long video. Maybe in the next series of this video, I will show you more games of Omaha before moving on to Pensacola. So maybe on the second video of this series, I will try to maybe give you guys 2 or 3 games of Omaha, just so that you will have conclusive idea of how to play Omaha that well. Anyways, obviously, and also just as a reminder, I'm not a Unicom player, so there are a lot of people who is better at Omaha than me, who is better than game than me. But I hope that can help you on your journey to become better at this game. Anyways, that is all for this video. I see you guys next time.